Well, hello. We are back from our break.
Yeah, we are. Jonesy went to Canada.
Yep. I feel bad about not getting you a gift. I really wanted to get you a gift.
What did you want to get me?
I was in a shop and they had all these fridge magnets and it said, save a tree, eat a beaver.
You know, I'd have enjoyed that. The magnet.
And then I thought, well, your fridge, you got one of those get-out-of-town non-magnetic fridges.
I could put it in a drawer and just look at it occasionally.
Well, maybe I should just order it online and get them to send it.
I think that kind of defeats
China.
the purpose. I once went to Peru with Beyond 2000 and I bought these little Peruvian dolls at this incredible marketplace.
Yeah.
And I gave them all away. And I thought, I wish I'd kept one. So then I was once again with Beyond 2000 in New York. And I saw some in a gallery and I bought them there for myself. So I've still got them 25 years later, but the ones that I bought in New York, not Peru.
They're all made in the same warehouse.
I'm sure.
Hey, Harry, we need more Peruvian dolls and more fridge magnets.
And someone here is ready to spend $1,000 more. We're going to be the Tribal Drum is going to be at 4. I knew they were a keeper. Andy Murray is retiring from tennis. He made a beautiful speech at his last game at Wimbledon. He spoke about how he met his wife. They're both 18. She came to watch him play tennis and he threw up twice. He said, she can put up with that. I knew she was a keeper.
The Tribal Drum will beat for that. Also, the pub test, wearing Ugg boots in public. Does that pass the pub test?
We talk about raw dogging it on a flight. It's not what you think. It's about going on a flight with no distractions, just watching what do you call it? The flight tracker?
Yeah, the flight tracker.
That's all you're allowed to watch.
Such a guy thing, though, to watch the flight tracker.
Well, guys like that.
Yeah, they love that.
Try taking 3 kids or something on a plane. Women dream of sitting there with nothing to do but look at the flight tracker.
Excuse me, honey, I'm making sure that the plane gets to where we're going,
If I stop concentrating, it's all over.
Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you?
I'm well. Let me get adjusted.
Let
me get my headphones on. Let me get sorted. Hello.
Hello to you.
Here we are. We're back. We had 2 weeks off. I hope everyone missed us, but I hope everyone loves that we're back. That's my dream of life.
That's what you want?
I'm happy to be back.
2 weeks away?
2 weeks away. You went overseas.
I went over to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Canada. I've never been there before.
Hope you didn't keep saying Canada because Canadians don't like that.
Didn't say that. People thought I was Canadian over there. I love the Canadians. I love the Canadians. I get
Why
on
do
very
people
well
think
with them.
you're Canadian?
Because you know what? Australians and Canadians, we go hand in hand. I'll say this about the Canadians, though. They're more passive-aggressive than we are. Over there, they don't fight like we do here. They're very passive-aggressive.
Why can't they? Maybe they're just passive.
Say you're backing your car into a parking spot and you think, in Australia, someone will say, hey, mate, what are you doing, you idiot? They'll say, okay. You're doing that?
Well, where's the aggression?
No, that's what I mean. They don't have it. Australia.
Well, then it's just passive. It's not passive-aggressive.
No, it's passive-aggressive is like, okay.
No, passive-aggressive is, okay, you do that. No, that's fine. No, you go and do that. I'll key your car in about half an hour from now, but you do that.
And then they'll say, we'll see. That's passive-aggressive, isn't it?
No, it's just passive.
Is it passive?
Yeah, it's just friendly.
Has Canada ever been to a war?
I think they've had their fair share of wars, but, they've got the same kind of...
from them.
They've got, of course. Well, they've got the same gun rights that America does and, so many fewer deaths.
Yep.
So it's a different personality type. My best friend, Anita, is Canadian.
Yeah, that's why I like her. That's why we get on.
Okay.
We always talk about you. Maybe I should do a podcast with Anita.
Please do it.
This
what would
could
the
be
topics be? Fascinating.
Oh, we could talk
Well,
about
at least you
each
could
of
tell you
these.
the difference between being passive and being passive-aggressive, which are two very different things.
We could talk about how you're just Little Miss Right Pants all the time.
I am.
We could talk about that. We could talk about a Caesar. Did you ever have a Caesar when you were in Canada?
Caesar salad.
Not a cesarean section. It's a drink. It's the Canadian Bloody Mary, and these people made it for me. I'm going, this is great. And they said, it's got the added ingredient of clam juice.
Yeah. Well, and I've been with Anita where she's bought clam juice.
And you drink
She's
clam
trying to buy it here. Clam juice, I know. Foul. But even drinking tomato juice, I can't handle that.
But with the clam juice?
No, I know. I've tried it. I didn't like it.
And then there's a stick of asparagus. You just spelt my wee afterwards.
Did you drink that too?
That could be a treat.
So a lot's happened since we've been away.
But you did a lot of stuff.
I did.
Did you miss...
What?
I missed... did you hear about Hawk Tour Girl?
Look, I could have been in a Tibetan, isolated kind of zone-out zone and have heard about her.
Yeah.
She was everywhere. The Hawk Tour Girl. This is a girl who was asked a question on the street about what guys like. This was her response.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that hawk tour and spit on that thing. You get me?
That has gone everywhere. That has gone mainstream.
It has.
Biden should have used that in the debate. She is selling merchandise. What I find very interesting.
What sort of merchandise?
Well, she's selling signed caps, maybe with a bit of spittle on them. I'm not sure.
What about a soap dispenser?
I saw that. Someone made a soap dispenser that you press it and this soap comes out of her mouth.
If only there was a space for her own OnlyFans.
Married at first sight. It's interesting, though, I think that it was a sexual act she was talking about. And she's been on all the short shows. Zach Bryan, who's this fabulous country singer, she went up on stage with him. She's owning her moment. There's no shame in it. She's just going, bang, here I am.
Can I just say, in the world of sexual stuff, I don't know if I'd like that. As a man, I'd be thinking, okay, keep that,
Well, we're going to be that show now.
No, we're not going to be that
talk
show.
About, hey, give us a call. What's the sexual stuff you like? Can we not be that show? I'd hate to be that show. There's enough shows like that. Let's not be that show. Now that Bob Rogers has passed away, we'll take on the mantle of not being that show.
Bob's looking down. I said, that's my material, And now,
sounds like Station Ghost.
That's my material. And now I walk in the Black Forest. Anyway, it's nice to be back. It's good to see you smiling.
And yours too. Let's get into the things that make us comfortable.
Yes.
The Magnificent Seven.
Yes.
Do you like the... Question 1. True or false? We are more than halfway through 2024.
Jam Nation. Bombshell news about the Magnificent Seven.
Tell me.
7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
I'm going to say this. Today, how great is this? If you win, you get $500 cash from Channel 7's The Chase.
Ka-ching!
The Chase is on tonight at 5 o'clock on 7 and 7 Plus. $500 for our winner today.
We're playing for sheep stations here.
We really are.
So
This
we're
is a
not
big
going to
deal.
be Johnny Muck around.
Actually,
okay?
that's it. We're not going to give too many clues because $500 cash from The Chase is a big prize.
That's a big deal. If you'd like to play 13 WSFM, looky here. It's Linda of Pymble.
Hi, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning. That's exciting to know the prize today is $500 thanks to The Chase.
Well, don't over-egg it too much.
Brendan, I can do what I like. Question number 1.
Are you being passive-aggressive or just aggressive?
Just aggressive, actually. There's no passive about it. Question 1. True or false, we are more than halfway through 2024?
It's true. We are.
Why is that?
Well, July 2nd, what are we up to now? Is the 8th. July 2nd is the 183rd day of the year. And from that point, 182 days remain, 184th in a leap year. That's because that was our winter solstice, wasn't it? Shortest day
that's
of
right.
the
That
year.
was the last day of our show, the shortest day.
No.
The last day of our show before we went on holidays. That was the winter solstice.
Okay. Question number 2 for you, Linda. Boston, cobbler and French are all types of what? It's a tricky one, actually.
Oh, Boston.
Sorry, Linda.
Sorry, Linda.
Josh is in South Windsor.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, how are you?
Very well. This isn't an easy question unless you're working in a bar, maybe. Boston, cobbler and French are all types of what?
I don't know. A shaker?
Yeah, it's a cocktail shaker. Well, you can't give the guy a clue and then not do a...
Well, you say a bar, it could be anything.
Unhappy face when he gets it
No,
right.
no, it could have been... but that clue was very open-ended.
Yeah.
It wasn't too specific.
You pretty much gave the answer to it.
Not true.
Let's play the not-so-secret sound, Josh.
Duh. Josh, what is this? It's a hot tour girl after a holiday.
Oh, is it a cow?
No.
It's not a cow. It is a creature.
It's a creature.
But it's not a cow.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We are into the Magnificent Seven. We find ourselves at question number 3.
It's the not-so-secret sound. Duh. Jeff is in George's Hall. Hello, Jeff.
Good morning, Jonesy and Amanda. Welcome back.
Thank you so
Jeff.
very much. This is the not-so-secret sound. What do you think it is?
Jeff?
Moose.
It's
It is a moose.
Saw a moose in Canada.
I bet you did.
Saw one without antlers. I think it was a female moose.
A foose.
A foose.
They're massive though, aren't they?
Big. You wouldn't want to hit one.
No, they're so big. Question number 4, and this is multiple choice for you, Jeff. Which video game controller features the symbols triangle, circle, cross and square on the buttons? Is it A, the PlayStation, B, Xbox, or C, Nintendo Switch?
C?
No.
No, it's not Nintendo
On
Switch.
the Switch, Jeff. Melissa's in Penrith.
Hello, Melissa.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Missed you guys.
Oh,
We
aren't
missed
you
you,
kind?
Melissa.
Thank you.
Yes.
So which video game controller features a triangle, a circle, a cross and a square on the buttons? Is it the PlayStation or the Xbox?
My son would kill me if I didn't say A, PlayStation.
It is the PlayStation.
If someone is described as a Luddite, what are they opposed to?
Say that again, Jonesy.
If someone is described as a Luddite, what are they opposed to?
Ooh, don't know. Don't know that word, sorry.
Sorry, Melissa.
This goes back to the Industrial Revolution. And there was a group of people that were opposed to this way of manufacturing, I suppose. Jackie's in Campbelltown.
Hello, Jackie.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back.
Amanda
you.
just had a face of impressed.
No,
You were
you're
impressed with
reading
my
information. No,
No, I
was
wasn't reading
That was
information.
a face of why don't you give the answer away?
No,
that
I'm
was
not
a face of you've given the answer away.
I miss when I was in Canada and they're not aggressive, they're just passive.
If someone's described as a Luddite, Jackie, what are they opposed to?
New technology.
They are opposed to new technology.
Douglas Adams is an author best known for writing which trilogy? Oh, it's a tough one.
No, I think...
Oh, that is...
Remember the answer to the universe was 42, something like that. Remember that? What were the books?
No, I don't.
Made into a TV series, very famous.
Jackie will have to leave you and go to Kelly and Glen Alpine.
Hi, Kelly. Do you know what trilogy Douglas Adams wrote?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, it was Hitchhiker's Guide. Well done. Which brings us to question 7. There's $500 on the line
Here we go, Kelly, all in.
Okay, over to you, Brendan Jones. All right, I'll ask the question.
Okay.
Where did Brendan Jones go on his holidays?
Well, it sounded odd if I said, where did Brendan Jones go on his holidays?
Canada.
He went to Canada.
I ran into Melissa in Calgary. She came up and said, are you Jonesy?
Who's Melissa?
A lady in Canada that came up to me at Calgary.
Great. Melissa, hello.
Hello. What are you getting up for?
Well, you made it sound like it's someone we all knew.
Well, we all do. Kelly, I was just showing off that someone recognised me.
How big a deal did you make of it?
I made a huge deal.
I can imagine.
Said, excuse me, except I went Sean Penn on her.
Yeah.
Pushed her into a flower pot. Congratulations, Kelly. You've won the jam pack. It's all coming your way. $500 cash from Channel 7, The Chase. The Chase tonight, 5 o'clock on 7 and 7+. And Jonesy and Amanda caricatures for you to colour in some Staedtler pencils. Kelly, anything you'd like to add?
Yes. Thank you so much, WSFM.
Kelly, you are welcome. And say hi to Melissa if you run into her. Apparently, we all know her.
What are you getting jazzed about? No one recognised you're upset like Kevin Bacon.
You're so, what's the word? You're so excitable today.
Yeah,
that I don't
I'm happy
think
to be back. I'm
I
happy
know.
to see your little face.
But you're a little bit excited aggressive. You're not passive aggressive, you're excited aggressive.
Well, I've been dealing with Canadians for the last 2 weeks.
Maybe take a leaf out of their book and be calm and kind.
I should be a Canadian.
A comedian. I should be a comedian. Phew, we're in for a long day.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Let's go. No time for chit chat. I want to go home.
Thumbing through the Jarmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1994, TLC released their hit Waterfalls. You know, it's one of the biggest R&B songs ever made. I'm not a big R&B fan, but I can live with this.
Can I just backtrack for a second? TLC, that was Beyonce, Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams.
No.
Aren't they? So
was that TLC? No, that's Destiny's Child.
Oh, sorry.
TLC.
Who was in TLC?
Oh, that little left eye, she's dead. And there's two more. No, well, she died.
Left eye, she's dead.
She had a little left eye Lopez. She had the Gemini Rye.
Yeah, so you got T-Boz.
T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili.
And Chili.
And Left Eye's passed away.
Left Eye passed away. I don't know. She had two eyes. She was okay. She just put like makeup under one eye, like Indian war paint.
Okay.
But she wasn't an Indian.
I've got too many questions.
There's a lot of questions.
Please keep going.
On this song though, and I'm not a big fan of R&B, you know that. But on this song, did you know in Waterfalls, you know the little rappy bit in there, do you know who's on that?
Who?
It's CeeLo Green. Remember CeeLo Green, Forget You?
Yeah.
So he was just hanging around the studio when the girls were all in there recording the song, and they said to CeeLo,
he was chilling at the studio. I was like, hey, you sing good. Why don't you? I mean, you know, then everybody knew him as a rapper. But we was like, I love his voice, so sing on this. And so he did. And it was amazing.
Yeah, simple as.
Mm-hmm.
They just asked. They said, hey, CeeLo, sing on this, and we'll put a cap in your ass.
Yeah.
A lot of other people said about this particular song that it was stolen from Paul McCartney's song, Waterfalls. You remember this?
Don't go jumping waterfalls.
Say this, if you're going to rip off McCartney, you'd rip off one of his good ones, wouldn't you?
But they say don't go chasing. It's different.
It's totally
Completely different.
Why don't we put it on, not Paul McCartney's, but TLC. I can't believe it's Destiny's Child.
I'm still confused.
Enough about my holidays. I want to hear about your holidays next.
Sure.
Jam Nation.
Enough about my time in Canada, my favourite country in the whole wide world. What did you do on your break?
When you went to Germany last holidays, you said that was your favourite country in the whole wide world.
I could be German quite easy.
And then this time you said you could be Canadian. So that's what you said earlier today.
I was thinking of this drink. It's tomato juice and clam juice. And it's called Clamato.
My friend Anita, I've been with her many places around the world and she's always trying to buy clam juice.
It sounds like some sort of venereal disease.
Did you get it?
But it's quite, and you know what they also got there? Poutine.
Yeah.
And I said, what the hell's poutine? And they said, you got to eat poutine. It's chips, gravy and cheese curd.
So what could not be great about that?
When I stood on the scales yesterday, I thought I'd raw dog the scales. I got straight on it and I went, oh, and I actually swore that loud. My wife thought something had happened.
What do you mean you raw dogged it?
You know, like when they raw dog stuff, you just get straight into it.
Oh, okay. Pull the Band-Aid and do it.
Just do it. I thought that's what raw dogging was. But you went to Brisbane to see that.
I did. Yes, I did. Helen must be relieved you're back at work. I was. She and I have timeshare, and I'm sad that my time alone is over.
I missed you. I want to bring you back a present.
Yeah.
But I just, there was nothing that really, it was all that touristy junk.
I'm happy for that.
There was a fridge magnet that said, save a tree, eat a beaver.
You didn't think of me?
Well, I did. I thought straight of you, but then I thought, well, your fridge, you got one of those get-out-of-town fridges that don't have the magnetic front.
They don't have the magnetic front.
Yes,
no, it doesn't. You could have bought it for yourself.
Yeah, I got enough quirky fridge magnets. Actually, I'm raw dogging my fridge magnet situation now. That is until the grandkids arrive, and then I'll have to put all that crap up on the fridge. But
that is true.
Right now, I don't have anything.
Well, should I get to my holiday?
Please.
Okay. Well, you did all those crazy things. I went to the South Coast, which was lovely. We had perfect weather, the South Coast. Crisp, not windy, blue skies. It was just gorgeous. And my brother came down and hung out with us down there for a while. And then I went up to Brisbane, where my brother lives, to see my dad. Now, Dad is 90 and he's just started some treatment for some... This is the way to age. He had never been to hospital in his life before he turned 89.
Wow.
And now he's at the age where things are just starting to go a bit this. And the first time we went to hospital at 89, he said, oh, my God, this is horrible being in hospital. And the rest of the family, Cameron and I have been in a million times. He said, well, this is what hospital is, Dad.
Hospital is.
That's what hospital is. He's got little bits of dementia. His memory's starting to go, but he's quite remarkable. And it was really important to me that my sons catch up with him. We saw him at Christmas. But 6 months in a 90-year-old's life is a long time. And also, the boys were on university holidays. I thought, you know, I can fly up and down and see Dad when I need to. They won't always get that chance. So it was fantastic. It was so important for me, for Dad to see my sons as adults.
Yeah, sure.
And so, you know, Jack's 21, Liam's 23. They hung out with him. It was just fantastic. It meant so much to me. And when I used to go to Brisbane to visit my grandparents, my grandpa, I'd always say to him, don't let anything happen before I come back. Don't let anything happen to you before I get to see you again. And he'd say to me, I can't promise you that, sweetheart. And he'd lean out from his house and he'd wave as we drove around the corner. And now my dad does that. He leans out as we drive around the corner. And I said to him, don't let anything happen to you before I come back.
Oh, that's sweet.
And, you know, it's hard because I guess I'm a flight away, an easy flight.
Sure.
But not seeing him as often as I'd like. So it was just wonderful to hang out with him. And it meant a lot to me. And I was so pleased that the boys got to hang out with him. and I ate and drank too much with my brother, as I usually do, so it was time for me to come back to work. I haven't got on the scales because I didn't want to raw dog anything.
Did you bring me back a fridge magnet from Brisbane?
I went to, well, it's funny because when the minute we landed in Brisbane, we were at a shop and Jack said, I might need to get a toothbrush. And Liam said, yeah, me too.
Right.
Liam, I'd said to them, I'm going to put my suitcase through through the luggage.
Yep.
Don't have to have hand luggage. I'm going to check it in. So Liam did the same with his bag. Jack turns up at the airport having packed a second before with this tiny, tiny little backpack that said Jack Oliver 6A. He said, that's all I could find.
It's got Thomas the Tank Engine on it.
Pretty much. So that's what he packed, and without a toothbrush. So we went to the chemist. Yeah. I went to this gift shop and I said, is there a chemist? We just need some toothbrushes. He said, we've got some up the back. I paid $42 for 2 toothbrushes that had these really weird, rude saying, gingivitis can F off and whatever. The only ones we could find. But at least he could fit it in his backpack.
There's statement toothbrushes
and
now?
the comedic statement.
That's what
I'm going to non-flossing hell, said another one.
Because in Canada, all those junky gift shops, there's all those things you can buy crap like that with those quirky gifts. As I said, the aforementioned Save a Tree, Eat a Beaver.
Yeah.
We got to come up. That's what we got to do next. Come up with crazy, quirky sayings to put on stuff.
Start with that.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
Moving into the ground right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin fast.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Back in the New York groove, although Amanda just said she ate an off egg.
There's a boiled egg that was in my fridge that I bought in.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you know when they're on the turn. It was grey around. I bit into it. The yolk was grey around the edges and the yellow was two-toned.
I look at your bag, it's just got so much. Werther's Original, you just got an egg. You don't even wrap it up or put it in a container.
No, it was in the fridge until this morning.
And then you got a Sharpie pen? What is it, in case someone comes up and asks for your autograph?
You might need to have a long song around 8 o'clock,
Okay.
depending on how that egg settles for me.
Yeah. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, you win $1,000. But there's a good chance that you could double your money.
You can double your money. You can walk away with $1,000. But we have a bonus question. Get it right, you get $2,000, but it's double or nothing.
Double the jeopardy, like eating an egg straight from your handbag. John is in Narrabeen.
Hello, John.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Let's see what we can do. We've got 10 questions, 60 seconds. The best strategy, if you're not sure, say pass, because we usually have time to come back. You ready?
Sounds good. Yep, let's go.
John, good luck, because here we go. Question number 1. What is Australia's capital city?
Canberra.
Question 2. Traditionally, how many wheels are on a wheelbarrow?
1.
Question 3. On what part of the body would you wear a beanie?
Your head.
Question 4. Earl Grey is a type of what?
Tea.
Question 5. True or false? Dr. Pepper is the oldest soft drink in America.
Oh, pass.
Question 6. What instrument did Louis Armstrong play?
Saxophone.
Oh. He was the trumpet.
It was the trumpet.
Jeez, of course he was.
Satchmo.
Oh, plops.
Oh, I thought you would have got that easy, John. You were like waltzing through that.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Dr. Pepper is the oldest soft drink in America. 1885 used to buy it at the chemist.
I thought it was the Coca-Cola.
No.
John.
Oh, John, sorry about that.
That's all right. Thank you.
Thank you for playing. $100 to be getting on with.
It'll be back again tomorrow.
Jam Nation.
Let's talk about Andy Murray. He's 37 years old. He's retiring from tennis. He's been called Britain's greatest sports person. He's a lovely, lovely man. And part of his backstory is he was 8 years old and his brother was 10 when they were at a school in Dunblane.
That's right, the massacre.
The massacre. So as an article said that I read this week, he didn't put Dunblane on the map. Dunblane was already on the map for the worst of possible reasons. 16 children killed when a gunman went through the class. Andy Murray's family knew the gunman.
What do you have to do to put something on the map if that's the case?
Andy Murray's family knew the gunman. He'd been in their car. I think he'd been one of the local kind of people who helped out in various sports events and stuff. So for the town of Dunblane, Andy Murray's success has been extraordinary in healing them, I think. So here he is at 37, retiring. This was his last Wimbledon. He is much, much loved. So there were huge emotional scenes. Mum was there, his brother was there, lots of other sporting heroes were there to wish him well. And he made a beautiful speech, but he saved the words about his wife till the end.
We met over in New York for the first time, went out for dinner there at the US Open. I asked her for her email address. I don't think that's a normal thing to do. And she came along to actually watch the first match she came to watch with me live was at the US Open, and I vomited twice in that match. Once right in front of where she was sitting. I then stood up and vomited on my opponent's racket bag. And she still seemed to like me, so I knew she was a keeper after that.
I love those words. I knew she was a keeper.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got a similar thing. Well, this is what Harley must have thought about me. Just in the early days, you know how you're so overexcited. And my father had been overseas and had a bottle of Zambuca.
Mm-hmm.
And I drank. I don't even like. It's sort of like aniseed, isn't it? Yeah. That taste. Hate it. I hated it then. I can't stand the smell of it now. I had too much of it, and I spewed and winged Harley's gym bag. And he still talks about that.
And this was in the early days?
This is probably the first week.
Oh.
So, I knew he was a keeper, that he would put up with that, he just goes, that's par for the course. I've never done that again in front of him. But then, dreadful, week one.
I worked with a guy once and we're in Brisbane and he met this girl. They were on a date on the night. We're at the Treasury Casino. She got so smashed, she disappeared. We couldn't find her anywhere. And we're looking around for her. And then outside the Treasury Casino, there's these planter boxes. She was bent over the planter box, just throwing up, but in the most unladylike position. And I said, I think that's your girlfriend. I think that's your date, as it were. And he said, how can you even tell? So he had to lift her up. They're still together to this day. That was back in the 90s.
See, I love that. That's a meet cute.
We talk about that all the time.
So, tell us your story. It doesn't have to be about vomiting. It doesn't have to be about having too much to drink or nerves or maybe you crashed your car early on. Maybe, who knows, you found out they're your cousin. It doesn't matter. I knew they were a keeper.
And she still seemed to like me, so I knew she was a keeper.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation. The tribal drama's beating. This is on the back of Andy Murray talking about his... they've been married for how long, him and his misso?
Well, they met when he was about 18 and they're now in their late 30s. So, years and years.
What's her name?
Kim. Her name is Kim.
Kim Murray. And they went out on a date.
Well, he said, she knew her dad, I think, was a tennis coach, and she went to watch his game, and he threw up a couple of times with nerves and anxiety.
And he wasn't a big deal back then.
No, he wasn't. Well, he's probably, in his age group, was a big deal.
Sure.
Not world number one at that point, obviously.
But I'd imagine if I was a tennis player of note and I had someone that I was hoping to do a bit of spade work on, the last thing I'd want to do is chuck up all over my tennis bag.
I think even if you were no one of note, the last thing you'd want to do is chuck up all over a tennis bag and your opponent's tennis bag.
Well, you chucked up all over Harley's gym bag.
It was zipped
and you're not
up
even
at
a
the
tennis
time.
player.
No, that's right. No one wants to do it, but these things happen. The tribal drum is beating for... That's how I knew they were a keeper.
And she still seemed to like me, so I knew she was a keeper.
Vicky has joined us.
Hello, Vicky.
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. How are you going?
Very well. How did you know he was a keeper?
Well, we went away for our first holiday. We were only, teenagers. And during the night, we went to the drive-in and he bought me a Chico roll and, that was all good. And at about midnight, the Chico roll decided to come back on me and it came out both ends. And we were staying in a caravan park. And so I woke up in the middle of the night and I just went running. I didn't say anything to him. I just went running and I couldn't even make it to the toilet block and I was just standing there and it was just pouring out of both ends. It was the most embarrassing, situation ever. And I went into the men's toilets because they were the closest ones and I just had to get out of everything that I was wearing. And then he sort of came in and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like sobbing in the shower. I was just so embarrassed.
Oh.
And he went back and he got nice warm clothes for me and just sort of gave me a big hug when we were back in the caravan. And it's okay, I'll look after you. And so from that point on, I knew he was a keeper. And we had 41 years married.
It's quite the wedding story, though, Vicky.
That is the worst.
Wow.
That is the worst thing in
And
the
particularly for girls, there's nothing more. When you're younger, you think, I will never recover from that. And here they are 40 years later.
Vicky, this is great.
Love it.
Kate has joined us.
Hello, Kate.
Welcome back, guys.
Thank you very much. How'd you know they're a keeper?
So, my father did pass away when I was quite young, and one of the things that we shared before he passed away was his love of fish. So, long time had passed, and I'm still buying fish, and I'd met someone. We'd probably only been together, I'd say 2 months. And one of my longest living fish, I think I had a little goldfish, and it had been alive for like 15 years, and it died. Well, he wouldn't have known, but the connection with Dad, came up, felt terrible, and I kind of wanted to have a burial. So I was, digging a little hole at the back, and I was really upset. You can imagine what this seems like to an outsider.
Yes, when it's just a fish.
Exactly. And he literally came to my little burial. He did everything to try and make sure I was okay. And similar to your last caller, Vicky, we've been together for 15 years.
Oh.
So it just shows men will do anything on the off chance there's sex involved. I'll go along to your little crazy.
Shower off your vomit and your spew.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Bury that fish.
Okay,
and then
now, come over here.
Let me comfort you again. You've made it beautiful and romantic, Brendan, and I appreciate that. We're going to take more of your calls. I knew they're a keeper.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Today's going to be a great day. It's a beautiful day.
It's a glorious day.
That's easy for you to say. Some of us have a hangover.
Hello there. Andy Murray is retiring from the tennis circuit at the tender age of 37. 37, though. How old is the Joker? Djokovic. He's the same, isn't he?
Yeah, well, this is we're seeing, and Nadal, we're seeing these heroes sort of at the end of their tennis playing years. He has always been so gracious, Andy Murray, and he's so loved. And he had his final matches at Wimbledon. And he was asked, he did a beautiful speech, but he saved some lovely words for his wife. And he talked about when they first met.
We met over in New York for the first time, went out for dinner there at the US Open. I asked her for her email address. I don't think that's a normal thing to do. And she came along to actually watch the first match she came to watch with me live was at the US Open, and I vomited twice in that match. Once right in front of where she was sitting. I then stood up and vomited on my opponent's racket bag. And she still seemed to like me, so I knew she was a keeper after that.
Oh, lovely. They were only 18 years old. They were 18.
The Tribal Drum has been beating for this. I knew they were a keeper.
And she still seemed to like me, so I knew she was a keeper.
And it seems to be, when I think about it, it's a lot of women saying that the guy put up with, goldfish burial, spontaneous diarrhea and vomit at the same time. Men will just do anything for sex.
You've taken a beautiful romantic story of women feeling at their most vulnerable and guys saying, you know what, that's okay. Because you grow up that girls aren't allowed to smell, aren't allowed to go anywhere near a toilet, all that stuff. And that's your biggest fear. And for a guy to say, hey, you're human, it's okay, is a lovely thing.
But a guy will stand there dressed up in a suit at a goldfish funeral going, okay, if I do this, there's a good chance.
That might be how you think. Maybe men go, my girlfriend, my new girlfriend is crying and I'd like to...
Sure.
Oh, God, you're terrible.
Lisa's joined.
Hello, Lisa.
Good morning, Jonesy and Amanda.
Tell us about your story.
Okay, so this story is about one of the first dates that my parents ever had. They were out celebrating my dad's 21st and probably celebrating a little bit too much. And on the drive out, Dad actually rolled the car that they were in. and my mother sustained a broken pelvis and ankles and actually had to be dragged out of the car by her waist-length hair.
Oh.
Pretty bad. And she had to go to hospital. She had to heal from her injuries and learn to walk again, which she did, thank goodness. And she then sued Dad through his third party for her injuries, and they used the money 13 months later to get married. And next month, in August, they've been married for 61 years.
Oh,
61 years. Good Lord.
Wow. She sued him, and they used that money for their wedding. Oh, what a story.
Also shows how duty-bound men are as well.
Oh, come on.
You've missed
the romantic heart of this
I see the
entire
romance.
Conversation.
Nothing more romantic than getting lawyers involved.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Let's get on down to Jonesy and Amanda answer the pub test. Wearing Ugg boots in public, does it pass the pub test? I thought this was something Gemma Rye was going to ask, so we could relax the dress code around here.
Megan, who works with us as one of our producers, was wondering whether she could wear them into work, and she said Jonesy will slag me off.
Yes.
You wear thongs, not to work.
No, I don't know.
But you wear thongs outside your home. You wear thongs to the shops.
Yeah, well, I'm an Australian. Of course, we're going to wear thongs.
Well, in winter, this is the thong.
Well, the thong.
Isn't the Ugg boot the winter thong?
I had a situation yesterday.
To the letterbox? Yeah.
I had a situation yesterday. We just got home. There was nothing in the...
Home from Canada.
Nothing in the fridge. Would it kill my 9-2? Or how old is he? How old's my youngest
Your son is 22.
He's 22. Would it kill him to go to the shop and buy something?
You've missed a few of his birthdays.
Anyway, I had Ugg boots on and I was going to get in the car and drive up the shop. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So
put my thongs on instead.
Well, thongs are okay in public, not in the workplace.
But why are they okay
side.
then? Why is an Ugg boot at the shop not acceptable?
I just feel that if I see someone wearing Ugg boots out in the shop, I go, yeah, okay, you've given up. That's what I kind of think.
Because, I guess that's the discussion. Is it a slipper or a shoe? Someone here is saying that they have their home Ugg boots and then they have their going out Ugg boots.
The big strap ones. Remember the ones with all the straps around them?
When I went with my parents overseas when I was 16, I had knee-high Ugg boots with the straps around them. And I thought it was the best thing ever.
It's a lace. It just...
I thought it was the best thing ever. So what do you think? How are you feeling? We are cold at the moment. Wearing Uggs in public. Does it pass the pub test?
Jam Nation.
I demand entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
I haven't been entertained for the last 2 weeks. I went into a media detox. The only thing I picked up on was the Hock Tour girl, and that's about it.
Emma Gillespie, hi. It's quite the introduction.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, that's why Emma's here.
I am here to bring you back to the land of the living, where Hollywood celebrities are always telling us they're just like us. We're normal people. We're just like you guys. Until now, Kevin Bacon has finally admitted that being normal actually sucks. The man went undercover. He hired a full prosthetics artist to transform him into this disguise that actually worked. He went to a shopping centre in LA to be normal and he hated it. The teeth, the nose, the glasses, it all worked, but he said people were kind of pushing past me, not being nice.
Oh.
He's done this profile with Vanity Fair and he said, nobody said I love you. I had to wait in line to buy an effing coffee or whatever and I was like, this sucks. I want to go back to being famous.
And if he was someone up himself to hear someone say, you go, that's disgusting. But Kevin Bacon's a lovely man.
Yeah, a lovely guy, famously. But I love this story because I think other actors might have undergone the experience and hated it and thought nobody recognises me and I don't like this experience, but never ever admitted it.
Yes, that's true.
Because we're in this sort of age of especially social media and the access that it gives us to celebrities, and it can often feel like, oh yeah, we're all just people in this crazy game of life. But here's Kevin Bacon saying, yeah, no, being normal is the worst.
Wow.
And validating us.
But people aspire to be famous. That's what everyone wants to be. They want to be famous.
But in the old days, you had people who, or you still have big celebrities who are doing their job because it's a craft. They like being an actor or an actress.
They're artists.
They're artists and they don't necessarily like the fame that goes with it. But we have a whole new generation of people who just want the fame and don't care about how they get
the
there.
aforementioned Hock Tour thing.
Yeah.
So on one statement, she's become worldwide.
For how long, though?
Well, exactly, for how long?
How long does that last for?
And Kevin said, he was like, I'm not complaining, but I do have a face that's pretty recognisable. So he was kind of craving that feeling of invisibility. And you can understand that. But I think in this sort of climate of us being told all the time how, paparazzi culture is so toxic and dangerous, and we're sort of made to feel really sorry for Hollywood celebrities a lot of the time. So I just thought it was nice to kind of have someone come out and admit that, it's not actually as good as being a celebrity, being completely anonymous in this world where no one cares about you.
Hard to imagine him pushing to the front of a coffee queue, though, isn't it? Probably they go, I'll make one for you on the here, Kevin, yours is ready.
Yeah, well, that's what surprised me. I think that the implication is that he's just so used to going everywhere and the seas part, and he just gets given what he wants.
Well, he's the 7 degree guy. Come on.
6 degrees. Yeah,
a degree. That's global warming.
But there are other celebrities who have apparently done the same thing. Ellen DeGeneres, Daniel Radcliffe as a dog walker, Arnie Schwarzenegger.
Daniel Radcliffe could come in here as Daniel Radcliffe, and I don't think I'd recognise him. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a hard one.
Yeah, it's hard to hide. That's a lot of body to hide.
Yeah.
He pretended to be a gym instructor when he tried to go under an anonymity, and Chris Pratt apparently dressed up as a Chris Pratt lookalike to try and get out of. That must happen to celebrities. They must say like, you look like has anyone ever told you look
didn't
like...
Adele audition for, it was an Adele tribute show, and she wasn't chosen as the Adele.
Oh, my God. That's bad.
Yeah.
Remember,
you can't even be as good as yourself.
Amanda was there to witness this. The late Anna Nicole Smith thought that I was Tommy Lee.
He was clothed.
We're at a function, presumably from the waist down.
Wow.
But
she was off her face.
Tommy Lee after a bender?
No, she came up and she said, what are you doing here? Remember that? She came up to me.
No way.
And grabbed me.
Did you go with it?
Yeah, I just, what do you do? It's like we're getting on a ride, getting an express pass at a ride at Disneyland.
That is surreal.
Well, when you say you went with, you said, hi. I went with it. I was an express pass. Hi.
He got the guitar out. He started shredding, singing Motley Crue.
This is what
started the boat.
This is what I miss. You'll see her at the Daily Oz. Emma Gillespie, thank you.
Thank you, Emma.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation. Podcast. We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy to Manor Arms for the pub test. Wearing Ugg boots in public, does it pass the pub test?
Well, are Ugg boots slippers or shoes? How do you feel about them being worn outside the house? Some people are embarrassed wearing them in the letterbox. Others say, no, I've got my going out Uggs and I'll wear them wherever I like.
The Megalodon, that's her own nickname, gave to herself. I thought that she was just doing this so she could we could relax the dress policy here at work.
Well, Meg, one of our producers, said she wanted to wear Ugg boots to work, but she said Jonesy would hate it.
Well, come on.
What do you mean?
Well, come on. You're not wearing Ugg boots to work.
But
unless you're an Inuit.
In Australia, is it like our winter thong?
See, thongs you can wear, you go to the beach in thongs. I wear them around the house.
Yes, but people wear them to the shops.
Sure, I can wear thongs to the shops.
But you wouldn't wear Uggies out of the car?
No, I don't think I would.
How do you feel wearing Uggs in public? Does it pass the pub test?
These boots are made for... I've got no problems in people wearing Ugg boots. What about all of the people that are wearing their pyjama pants out to do shopping in these days?
Oh, they most definitely do. You've got to have ones with hard soles for going outside, though. The soft-soled ones are for inside, but keep your feet toasty and warm, and they're great.
Ugg boots do not pass the pub test, and it's not just Ugg boots. It's gym gear, tracksuits, all of this sort of lazy homeware that people have been wearing out lately. It's become such a trend. It's ridiculous. Wear something decent out. This is the kind of thing you would wear at home, not the kind of thing you go out with.
Got to wear the Ugg boots, keep your tootsies warm. Your feet have to be warm all the time. Jonesy, you're a bit weird. Thongs are for summer. Everyone wears slippers or Ugg boots in winter. Come on, Jonesy, get with it.
Get with it, Brendan. I think they should make a Ugg motorcycle boot.
That could be a thing.
And then you could wear a helmet that looks like you've just got a giant beanie or what are those things called? A tuk-tuk? The Canadian beanie.
Right.
That's what you need to do.
Or I could wear a fox hat.
Where's that?
Thank you for all your calls on that. Coming up, I just checked our emails. Well, Jem, I right? I thought you were supposed to check our emails while we were away.
I wasn't even here.
Well, who? Because there's a lot. There's a lot to get through.
Are there any about my parking situation at the office?
There's a lot of stuff to get through email-wise, so we'll have to talk about that. Also, Gets My Ghoulies is back. If you want to get your ghoulie on air, $20,000 still stands thanks to Heron Forbes Machinery House.
We've got less than one half of a year to pick a winner.
Very accurate.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Hello, it's Jonesy and Amanda. We are back from holidays. It's just nice to be back in the building.
It is nice to be back.
It's nice to see everyone's still here. Everyone's okay. There's a lot of emails, though. Did you see the emails?
I saw one in particular. Can I read this one?
Can you play this? Can you do that? There's a lot of stuff.
Can Jonesy not talk over Amanda? Those kind of ones. But
well, that's funny because there's a sheaf. Look at the sheaf from the Jonesy people. So that's just the
Jonesy people.
The Jonesy people are saying.
All sharing one email address. How very interesting.
Shut that woman. No, it doesn't,
Let me read you this one. We got one from Mark. Morning, guys. Thank you for your show in the mornings. You never fail to put a smile on my face. Can you help me by chance? I'm putting on a car show at Morisset Showground Sunday the 11th of August, that's this Sunday, to raise funds for a young mum who's fighting a battle with MS.
That's not this Sunday.
Isn't it? Oh, August, sorry.
August.
No, August. So you've got 6 weeks to go. She's such a wonderful young woman who's done so much for the community, and she has raised thousands of dollars for the Westpac helicopter service over the years, and she now needs help. Karina is a young mum with 5 children under 10 years of age, and she's struggling. So, wow, that's hard. She's got MS.
Whoa.
Wow. She needs stem cell replacement to help change her life. If you look at the GoFundMe link, you can read her story and you'll understand why I'm trying to help her. Anyway, he sent things through here. So, Cars for Karina, it's called. August 11 at Morisset Showground, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All proceeds are going to Karina Farrell towards her fight with MS.
Oh, we can plug that. That's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy peasy.
You know what is interesting too is I did it. This story, there's something about this that just think, how hard is that?
I know. It's
to
like
be a young woman.
It's like a Kenny Rogers song.
Young woman battling MS has raised funds for everybody else over the years. She's got
Did you
5
say that
kids under the age of 10.
And she raised a bunch of money for the
Westpac helicopter service over the years. And so people are saying, hey, let's help her out. But you know what? Let's talk to Mark because I think there might be there might be more to this story.
You're going to pull some strings?
I don't know. I'd just like to know more about Karina. That story's really touched me.
You just had your string-pulling face.
Like 10 kids under the age of 5 when you're battling health stuff.
How old is she?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But they say young mum. I'd like more information
Well, let's
from
get
Mark.
Mark on the line.
Jam Nation.
I saw an email while we were away. This is from someone called Mark who's eluding us. He'd like us to share the information. He's putting on a car show at Morisset Showground Sunday the 11th of August to raise money for a young mum. Karina is her name, who's fighting a battle with MS. She has 5 children under the age of 10. And he said she's done a lot of work raising thousands of dollars. And I've got a photo of her here that he's included. She's raised $10,000, over $10,000 for Westpac helicopter service. And he feels it'd be great if we could help her now. Just so you've got the details there. It's a Cars for Karina at the Morisset Showground, August the 11th. But I just thought, gee, you scratch the surface and everyone has a story. This just sounds really hard. So we thought we'd get Mark on to tell us more.
And that's Mark with an E. Hello, Mark.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Very well. Is that Mark? Is that a typo from the Meg?
No, it's not, mate. No, it's not.
So
welcome back. It's good to hear you back on the wireless.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. So tell us a bit more about Karina. How old is she?
She reminds me of my daughter. She's about 30. Years ago, I met them. They raise money for a lot of charities by doing their passion and their car enthusiasts for Volkswagens, and they put on Doves by the Lake. And beautiful young family, you know, they had 4 kids and 1 on the way, and they were saving a deposit for a house. And anyway, she had a problem with her arm, and she lost all use of her arm when she was pregnant with the last one. And then she had a fit and a fall, and she realised that, you know, there was something wrong. They discovered that she's got MS, and this poor girl, it's $50,000 she's raised for Westpac helicopter over the last 5-6 years, I think it is.
Wow.
And MS at this time of her life, just so hard. And how is it affecting her? Can she walk?
She can. She's on and off. It depends on what days it is. Like, she was in hospital last year, I think, for a total of about 5 months. And where they are up there at Muswellbrook, by the time they get to the hospital. It's a 2-hour return trip, and her husband, Bo, has to take the kids backwards and forwards, to try and see Mum. She spent Mother's Day, I think, in hospital. She's just a lovely young lady, and she's so humble. Like she was teaching people with disabilities in sewing groups, and all the money they raised, even 3 weeks ago, even when she was on a walking stick, 3 weeks ago, she was up still raising money for Westpac because she had a boating accident, and that saved her life. Right. So I think she feels loyal and dedicated to Westpac, and she's still raising money for them. And she's struggling. They are struggling. They're literally struggling, and so is her family and friends.
Oh, I can imagine.
And where do you fit in this, Mark? Are you related to the family?
No. I put on a couple of car shows here and there and raise money for charities and stuff. And I met them, and I just fell in love with their family, And then all this happened, and I was heartbroken. I thought, this is not fair.
Mm.
No, it's not fair. And the money
the least we can do is plug the show.
Oh, absolutely. And I know that they want some of that money to go for stem cell treatment.
Yeah, well, it's not going to cure what she's got, but when she's in pain, she feels like she's been submersed in like a bath of cold water with electric shocks. She's now suffered 2 strokes, I think, in the last few years. But she pulls herself back up again. She'll lose one side of her face, and then she'll get better, and she pulls herself back up. But she eventually could end up in a wheelchair, and the kids are looking after the younger kids, like they're changing nappies for them, they're getting them breakfast, and they've got close family members who help, and they're financially getting ruined, from all the medical bills and stuff like that. He had a good job, but all their money is just dwindling, and they need about $80,000. She's got a GoFundMe page. I think it's up to $24,888.
Yep.
Even if people, if they go buy a coffee, instead of buying a coffee for themselves, stick $8 in there for you. You only need a few thousand people to get the money back up,
Oh, Mark.
I'll put some money in the GoFundMe
of course I
page.
Would
How do I get onto the GoFundMe page?
I think we've got those details here, Mark.
If you guys could put that on your page.
Absolutely, we will.
We'll do that.
That would be wonderful. But if people want to look for it, it's Karina's MS Fight stem cell treatment. If you just Google it, comes up and there's a picture of her there and a whole story about her and her children,
Okay.
Yeah, it's Karina with a double R.
And Mark, good on you for bringing it to our attention, because that's what happens, and we've done this in the past. We just start as simple as this, and then from little things, big things grow.
Oh, what a story. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for getting in touch with us.
If you personally met her, your heart would just go out to see what they're going through, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, no, you've described that well, Mark. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, guys.
And all that information will be on our socials today.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation Podcast.
You know what? In Canada, I listen to a lot of Canadian radio.
What did you make of it? Was there a Jonesy and Amanda in Canada?
No, because the Canadians, they don't argue. They're not aggressive.
So have you learned something from that?
They're very, okay, we'll see. That's how they talk.
Talkback must be interesting.
They don't have talkback.
No, how could they? Because everyone agrees with everybody.
They don't have all that rap crap that we have. You know that mumble rap that we have to put up with here? And R&B, they don't have that. It's just rock. And the stations like the Bear and the Moose and Rock and Nickelback.
I get the impression you listen to just a slither of a small bit of Canadian.
I did a bit of driving in Canada.
Yeah, but you probably would have found the rap stations if you'd looked.
Well, I wanted to hire a Harley. I wanted to get a Harley and ride it from Calgary
with a giant suitcase
to Kelowna. And Helen said, we're just not going on a motorbike. I said, come on, I ride it.
Where's your luggage?
Well, I said we could pack light.
Oh, yeah. Hand luggage for 2 weeks in Canada.
Yeah. Well, she said to me, aren't you just tired of trying to kill yourself every other day? Why don't you take a break from doing that? So I hired a Jeep. You know what? I like the Jeep.
You've always slagged off the Jeep.
I did. I'm not a Jeep fan because I own one, and that thing was a nightmare. But this Jeep, the new Jeep, it wasn't a bad thing. It did all right. But we travelled from, we landed in Calgary, went up to Banff.
Beautiful.
To Jasper.
Gorgeous.
Lake
Louise.
We stayed at Lake Louise on that lake, and there was construction right outside my window. Yeah. So I was looking at the lake, and then I was looking at the construction.
It's everything you want on a holiday.
I was drinking a Canadian beer, equivalent of the Tooheys New, and I was just drinking, and I went, how good's this, eh? And the food, they got poutine.
Yeah.
Chips, gravy, and cheesy stuff.
Who's not going to love that?
Just this name, poutine sounds bad. Best one, though, the best dish, the beef dip. So you get like this.
Wasn't that your prison name?
It's some briskety beef on a baguette, and then you get like a jus.
You dip.
You dip the whole thing in the jus.
Was it delicious?
Oh, my God. That is, you know what we should do? Flick this loser game and just set up a beef dip truck. You know, it's
with your face on it.
Beef dip. Do you remember when they brought Goslimi here to Australia? No, I'm not eating that wog muck. And now, that's what people said. Now the Goslimi queue is the biggest queue in the world. I'm just saying.
I think you need a holiday. I'll ask you this, though, and it's not as rude a question as you might think. Did you raw dog the flight?
No.
Have you heard about raw dogging?
Yeah.
So let me explain. Raw dogging, this is the latest TikTok trend, and it's men who it requires plane passengers to sit silently and screen-free on long-haul flights. No music, no films. They say here no sleep, no snacks or distractions once you're in the cabin. You're allowed to watch the in-flight map. And so people are just posting pictures of themselves or videos of themselves on an 11-hour flight, raw dogging the flight map, they say.
No.
You know, and there's someone else here, raw dogging a 7-hour flight, new personal best, no headphones, no movies, no water, no nothing. And I enjoyed looking at the comments. Here's some of the comments. Here we go. As a parent of a toddler, I'd like nothing more than to stare at a map in peace for 5 hours. If these men can do it with 3 children while travelling solo, I'd be interested to see. Men will do anything except go to therapy, said somebody else.
That's true.
What's wrong with men?
That's right. You could get on a Jetstar flight and fly to Japan and you're raw dogging it, not by choice.
No food, no screens.
You don't even get a screen.
No water.
You got a hand-drawn map on the wall. It's 12 to 9. Coming up,
Did you raw dog, though, by the way?
No, I did the opposite.
You did cook dog.
I was going to take a picture of myself with everything that I had. I had TV. I had 2 screens going. I had my book.
Had food.
I was drinking beer.
Yeah.
I was like, you know.
You were a delight.
I was stewardess. My drink. Yeah, I'm the opposite of raw dog.
Okay, good. Just so we know.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Our favourite ghoulie of the year will get $20,000 cash, thanks to Hair and Forbes Machinery Shop.
What do we got?
You know what gets my ghoulies? People that sit at the coffee shop and have their car running empty on the street. There's 2 birds sitting there chatting away, having the time of their lives. Their car is parked, running on the road next to them. Why? Also, paying $4.50 for a coffee that's smaller than my bloody hand. That gets my ghoulies. People, coffee shop people.
Is it because keeping the heater on? Is that why would you keep it
maybe
going?
A low battery, but she's come in with she's double dipped there. She's come back for the cash and prizes. What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is when Jones has a malfunction and can't speak properly, and then you adapt to that speak, and you go into Coles and you say, "Can I please have half a barbie chicken?" Oh my God, that's what gets my ghoulies.
That began with this malfunction.
Do you want chicken salt on that? On your barbie chicken? Or do you want it on...
On your what?
Barbie chicken.
You want it on your barbie chicken? See, Brendan, you're the wrong kind of influencer. You're the opposite of June Daly Watkins, an elocution queen.
I'm no hawk too.
No.
Out with the bad and we're good. If you dipped out, you can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app.
Well, what a great prize. Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend gets a double pass to Chicago the Musical. It's playing now at the Capitol Theatre until the 28th of July. It'd be a crime to miss it. You can book at chicagomusical.com.au.
You also get the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and key ring as well.
Andy Murray, the lovely Andy Murray, has announced his retirement and then he played his final Wimbledon. And he spoke so beautifully about how he met his wife when they were both 18.
We met over in New York for the first time, went out for dinner there at the US Open. I asked her for her email address. I don't think that's a normal thing to do. And she came along to actually watch the first match she came to watch with me live was at the US Open, and I vomited twice in that match. Once right in front of where she was sitting. I then stood up and vomited on my opponent's racket bag. and she still seemed to like me, so I knew she was a keeper.
We knew right there and then.
So the tribal drum was beating for I Knew They Were a Keeper. Here's Vicky from Mortdale.
We went away for our first holiday. We were only, teenagers. And during the night, we went to the drive-in and he bought me a Chico roll and, that was all good. And at about midnight, the Chico roll decided to come back on me and it came out both ends and we were staying in a caravan park and so I woke up in the middle of the night. I couldn't even make it to the toilet block and I was just standing there and it was just pouring out of both ends. It was the most embarrassing situation ever. And I went into the men's toilets and I just had to get out of everything that I was wearing. And then he sort of came in and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was sobbing in the shower. He went back and he got nice warm clothes for me and just sort of gave me a big hug when we were back in the caravan. And it's okay, I'll look after you. And so from that point on, I knew he was a keeper. And we had 41 years married.
There you go.
Very nice.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
We're back tonight on Jam Nation at 6 o'clock.
Ugly Phil's coming up next. We'll catch you then. Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, tears from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.